Don't make the mistake of calling Project mBridge a simple banking system update. You'd be wrong. This is a cryptographic assassination weapon engineered against America's 80-year financial hegemony. The old world where the dollar served as intermediary, that world is being structurally erased by these lines of code right now. The mechanics are simple but lethal. In the old system, you waited 5 days for your payment to be approved through correspondent banks in New York. In mBridge, transfers occur atomically. Sub-second settlement, zero waiting. And here's what makes Washington tremble. There isn't a single dollar on the table requiring approval. You're wondering why the Bank for International Settlements, BIS, suddenly fled the project last month? Don't buy the lie that the mission was accomplished. They fled because they realized mBridge mathematically constrains what the US built. 28% of global trade is now entering an untraceable black box. Let's decode this shadow financial architecture that the West couldn't stop. Let's be real. International money transfers until today were like using a fax machine in the fiber optic era. Inefficient and expensive. Because money didn't actually move from one place to another. Instead, through that archaic correspondent banking network connecting banks that trust each other, a series of ledger updates occurred. But mBridge fundamentally restructures this 80-year-old cumbersome architecture. How? Through distributed ledger technology, DLT. In this system, a bank in Thailand no longer needs an intermediary in New York to pay China. The bank retrieves its digital currency, CBDC, from its central bank, uploads it to the platform, and transmits it directly to the receiving bank's digital wallet. You heard that right. That complex chain that previously took 3 to 5 days now completes in a single transaction within seconds. We call this frictionless liquidity. All the unnecessary intermediaries and commissions are erased. So why is this atomic terminology so critical in finance? We call this technically payment versus payment, or PVP. The mechanism operates like this. When you execute a currency swap on mBridge, both currency denominations change hands simultaneously. Either both transactions occur or neither does. This mathematically eliminates settlement risk, the financial system's greatest nightmare. More importantly, this platform completely bypasses the dollar's intermediation role. You can directly convert Thai baht digitally into Chinese yuan and execute payment instantaneously. Furthermore, accomplishing this doesn't even require touching the American banking system. The data speaks for itself. In the pilot phase alone, $22 million in transactions occurred within just 6 weeks. This is merely the beginning. The platform is transforming into a massive liquidity pool where local currencies are swapped directly. The issue isn't just speed. The issue is breaking the monopoly where the dollar had to pass through every transaction. This is where it gets interesting. In October 2024, the bombshell hit global financial circles. The BIS, Bank for International Settlements, announced its withdrawal from the mBridge project. While the official statement claimed the project has matured, behind the curtain was tremendous structural panic. Why? Because Putin labeled this technology a weapon against dollar dominance. For the Western world, mBridge is no longer merely a technical experiment. It's a survival protocol engineered against Washington's greatest superpower, the ability to weaponize finance. If a nation conducts commerce through mBridge, you can't stop them by excluding them from SWIFT, because the payment rails are no longer under your control. Washington's famous kill switch, its financial weaponization capability, becomes inoperable in this new architecture. That's why the BIS withdrew. They feared creating a monster with their own hands that would finish the dollar. Let's summarize. mBridge isn't an alternative. It's global finance's new nervous system. Today, a bloc representing 28% of global economic activity is constructing its own payment rails, declaring financial sovereignty. While this system consigns correspondent banking to history's dusty shelves, it builds the first true infrastructure of a multipolar world. But remember, technology is merely a tool. The real battle concerns which currency and which trust gets built atop this technology. The Global South has finished digging that underground tunnel where it can conduct commerce without Washington's permission. So how will the fortress answer this tunnel? In the next video, we'll discuss that new era where currency isn't merely accelerated but made intelligent. Tokenization and the unified ledger. Get ready to enter that world where money never sleeps. 24/7, 365. Because the rules aren't just changing. The game itself is being redefined.